Presenters! Ready!
Ready!
Welcome teams! Ready! Studio crew! Ready! 3, 2, 1!
I had no idea how loud he was till he's standing by the side of you.
That filled me with so much joy. I was a massive, massive Gladiators fan as a kid. I went to come and see you live twice, and to hear you do that next to me and ask me if I'm ready has just fulfilled all my dreams. Thank you. That was amazing.
I'm glad we were ready.
I know. I'm definitely ready now. Another one bites the dust.
It's been 25 years to the day since Gladiators first hit our screens on the 10th of October, 1992. Where are they now? Are they still pounding the travelators of the world, running the gauntlet and hanging tough?
Yes.
Or have they let themselves go?
No, surely not. In just a moment, we'll be reunited with some of our favourites on the show. But first, without further ado, it's over to John Anderson.
Contenders! Ready!
Ready!
Gladiators! Ready! 3, 2, 1! High tackles are not permitted. Don't do it.
Would you please welcome Jet, Hunter, Panther, Ace, and of course, John Anderson. She's in the flick!
Oh my God! Hello. How are you?
Lovely to see you.
Hello.
Lovely to see you. Hi.
Lovely to
see you again.
Hello. Hello. This is beyond exciting for me. I mean, I didn't get to meet you a few years ago, actually, and that was very, very exciting.
Yes.
But it is so nice to have you here. When you did the hair flicking thing, that made my world.
That was last minute, wasn't it?
That was really good. So what was it like back then? Because, I mean, it was huge. It was huge. You had the live tours, you had all of that, 12 million viewers on a Saturday night. I mean, to be part of it must have been incredible.
It was incredible. I can only speak for myself, but injuries aside, it was just a huge atmosphere. It was literally a gladiatorial arena because of our live audience.
Yeah.
And, of course, all those cameras filming every tiny bit where you couldn't hide in your tiny lycra.
No.
You had to be good.
Yeah.
You said injuries aside, though, but it was an injury that finally put pay to your time there, wasn't it?
For me, yes. And I think a lot of the guys bounced back many, many times and still went back into the arena. But for me, it was end of after 4.5 years. I bruised my spinal cord quite badly, and I just thought, no, that's enough for me. 4.5 years was a good run, though. But
And what do you
all
do?
did.
What do you do now?
I'm a psychotherapist, a little bit like Emma, and do wellness in the workplace, which I think is quite similar to what a few of the guys do too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I sit and listen to people's problems. Help them? I don't know. You'd have to ask them.
But loving life.
Absolutely loving life. Yes, thanks.
And Helen, you were Panther, obviously.
That's correct.
And it was what was really wonderful about it was his first time of sort of seeing these really strong women, but really feminine, beautiful women, but just there, sort of, holding their own.
It was great to inspire so many people into the sport, to be able to be strong and be feminine at the same time. And we still get messages to this day, 25 years later, people just absolutely thoroughly enjoy going to the gym, but still being feminine.
Yeah.
And what were your favourite games?
Well, I didn't like tilt. That's where I got injured. You know what? They asked me this. What was the favourite part about being a gladiator? And I love going to the makeup room.
And you're still involved with the sport now, aren't you? You've got a gym and
Absolutely. I've got a gym. We do prepping of athletes. I travel all over the world judging fitness girls, bikini girls, men's physique and bodybuilding.
Wow.
Yeah.
And James, you were the youngest, weren't you?
Still am, yeah. I started when I was 19, so
God.
very, very young.
What a thing to go into at 19.
Well, I was plucked up at a bodybuilding stage. They were looking for tall bodybuilders, and they came to a show, and then I had to fight John Anderson in the duel in my trial, which he constantly reminds me about. They had no one else to fight me, so I knew I had to kind of show some aggression, which Don't think he's recovered.
And then you've clearly really let yourself go, which is a real shame.
Well, I still do a lot of training and work in fitness and try and educate people about sedentary living and how dangerous it is in offices and fit at 40, that kind of thing.
Look at the size of your arms.
Yeah, they gave me a very tight T-shirt to wear. I think it's Panther's T-shirt, isn't it?
But you were and are, but then super competitive.
Yeah, well, I was very competitive when I joined Gladiators. I've got an older brother, you think. I think that's what started off.
Yeah.
So when I was going against all these guys, you know, I was being egged on to get better and better. And the first year I joined, I couldn't do anything. And I think that really kind of hit me, that I couldn't get up the wall, I couldn't swing on the rings, and, you know, they're all kind of saying, well, you've got this great body and you look great, but you can't. And then I kind of went off the next year and just kind of locked myself away from for a year, and that's how I became good at the events. We only got 2 days. Yeah, we only got 2 days training on all the events. People think we were there every Saturday, but we filmed the whole series in 2 weeks. And we got 2 days, the contenders got 2 days, so unless you did stuff in your own time, you wouldn't get good at the game, so...
And we're an ace. You were kind of the one to beat at that time. You were sort of the big one of all the boys.
Yeah, see his face there. He's getting a bit...
What?
He's a bit... Oh, yeah, absolutely.
I mean, that's what you told our researcher, so I'm going...
Yeah. I sort of told your researcher that because I knew it'd get his back up. You see, James likes to be the ultimate gladiator, you know, but having said that, Holly, back then I did worship myself. I really did. I thought I was great. I looked at myself in the mirror, always building myself up. You know, I thought I was fantastic.
Right.
Okay. But these days, I don't actually. But incidentally, there are forklift trucks you can buy to lift heavy weights.
OK, yeah.
Okay, you know, I tried to relax a little bit now. And I stepped out of the rat race into God's grace. So everything changed for me. Everything absolutely changed.
What do you do now?
I'm sort of a gladiator for the gospel, really, Philip.
Are you?
Yeah. I had a real turd in a swimming pool moment. Everything absolutely changed. No. Well, but somebody once explained to me, and they said, listen, you know, I used to think I was really blessed because I was this gladiator, I had all this money, I had everything, we had girls, everything, and I was so busy looking down at people to ever look up. And then someone said to me, Warren, you'll never know God, you'll never be really happy unless you recognise that actually you will sin when you're going your own way, and God can't actually do anything with you while there's a turd in that pole. So it was really interesting for me because God really, you know, he'll forgive the sin, he'll take the turd out of the pole, and you're in a relationship with him. So it's fantastic. It's a real blessed life that I'm living now. So we got the point.
We got it.
Yeah.
And as for you, I mean, it was your job, really. You had to pick them. You had to train them.
Yes. And what a job that was. Look at them.
I know. You did well. And you were tough. You were firm but fair, I would say.
Me?
Yes,
Still scared.
No, I know, but you had to. And everybody did listen to you. You kind of...
They were very good. They were excellent. They were professional.
Yeah.
And they did the things very well. They were easy to work with because everybody did what they were supposed to do. They were all very professional. I was delighted to work with them.
Ah, good. And would you all love to do it again? Would you like, if it was to come back round again, would you do it again?
I think we've got a bit of notice because it's a very different body, very different training, very specific events. Because to be good at Gladiators, we'd have runners, we'd have rugby players, but then say climb a wall, swing on rings. So I think I was given a few weeks. I might give it a
functional training. We need to know about
Would you like to go back?
I'd love to do it, yeah.
Because you did lots of
Especially
training for the
like
Olympics and stuff. You're training the Olympic athletics teams, and you know, so, I mean, you've kept your hand in.
Yes, well, I'm still coaching athletics to this day.
Yeah.
And I've been lucky enough to work with athletes at the very highest level. I've done the Olympic teams, I've been with them. And so I've had a long and happy career in terms of working with young people who are doing well. And it's a joy to work with people like them who want to be the best they can be. Yeah. That's the important thing. Every one of them wanted to be the very best they could be. Well, so it was a joy.
You've made our day.
It's a pleasure
birthday.
to see you here.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.